ladies, what y'all got going on? You know, still quarantined in the house.
Yep, that sums it up. Honestly, like it's nothing else to do. I mean, you just got to create your own fun and find resourceful shit to do around the house. That's been my day. How y'all, Azzy and Go? What y'all been up to?
Georgia's back open, so you can go outside if you want to. I'm still not going outside.
I don't trust that shit. It's a setup. They're trying to kill us. It's the weakest link.
It's definitely a setup. It is a setup. I'm not going. It's not happening. I'm not going outside until he goes. I'm not going.
Until Kemp go outside with me, I'm not going.
Yeah, he opening nail shops, barber shops, and tattoo shops, but he ain't open no country clubs. I ain't fucking with it. So kiss my ass.
White House.
Yeah, fuck it. Nah, I'm good. This is set up.
Anyway, I'm gonna shut back down anyway. All these motherfuckers that's getting the corona again.
Let me tell you something. Anytime there's tanks on Glenwood, you can go to hell. I ain't with you. I'm not going.
You saw tanks on Glenwood?
Yeah, it's Humvees and tanks on Glenwood Road.
Recently?
Now
for a minute.
Where?
On Glenwood, a little bit past the flea market.
See, that's why
they've been there for like 2 months. Yeah, anytime it's tanks in the hood, it's something playing.
Oh, it's about to go down. I've been through that. Have you noticed? There's only specific stores opened up.
Yeah, the gym, nail salons, hair salons, barbershops, restaurants.
And listen, I'm not saying
movie
that it's
theater.
Right. I'm not saying that it's only us, because white people get their nails and hair cut too. They get, we're not the only ones who go to the gym. But what I'm saying is, if a governmental office and shit ain't open, he ain't went back to work. Why you going?
Courts aren't even open yet. Why would this, who needs to go to a bowling alley that bad where somebody's stank ass shoes that 200 other people already wore?
Right. Yeah, my point is,
the only ones that get their hair and nails done, but I ain't gonna lie, I've seen a lot of niggers in them goddamn.
My point is, you first. I'm trying to see something. You go first.
Yeah, it's a setup.
Yeah, let me see something.
It's definitely a setup.
I want to try it out first. I want you to try it and let me see.
Fulton and DeKalb,
yeah. If you make it, then I believe it. Until you make it, I don't trust you. So I'm good.
I got my mask made. I'm ready.
I don't give a damn about no mask. If you ain't going back to work, sir, ma'am, I'm not going.
Well, speaking of ready, y'all, Fredo is definitely ready for us.
What's up, Mr. Fredo?
What's good?
He is ready. Just waiting for him to come in.
Come on in here.
Yeah.
I see him.
What up?
What's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You're kind of sideways. Your camera.
Yeah, you sideways.
We got.
What up, Kevin? I thought that's how they was doing
it. Yeah. That's hold on. Yeah, that's better.
We gotta turn it like that.
Yeah, that's how we could see you. Yeah.
Can you see my bro too?
Yeah, we see both of y'all in the car.
Yeah, what's good?
What's going on? How you?
That's pretty real.
Hold on, yeah. And we still in there? We good?
Yeah.
This is my first time doing this joke. Yeah, like Otis. What's good? Yeah?
How you doing?
Hey, trying to get this joke right. Chilling, yeah.
Good,
is that Mr. Ron Dadon in the seat with you?
Yeah, that's my bro, the Congnac Boyz.
Hey, bro, what's happening?
Yeah, does, big girl, you blind, ain't you? Coming on there tonight.
Hey, y'all.
Oh, I forgot I got this one.
What's up?
Maintaining, you know? What's the word?
Pretty real. How are you?
How y'all holding in this corner? How y'all holding up in this crisis? This fuckery going on?
We staying working, producing the Congnac Boyz podcast. We talking about everything.
Right.
And working out.
Man, I see y'all working.
Yeah.
I be watching. I be tuning in.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I hope everybody tuning in. I want the world to tune in. Podcast, Radio Public, iTunes, YouTube. You know what I mean? We putting it everywhere, and we doing the trailers and the all of that stuff for like Facebook and Instagram, so that the people can go check it out on YouTube and all that stuff.
So how you guys holding it down during this quarantine? Do you guys have anything going on as far as, you know, besides, what are you guys doing? Keeping yourself safe out here?
We investing in
Yeah, what?
Investing in what?
We bought several farms, and we're growing our own food. And
I know that's right.
I love that.
Amish
That
sound like
we
Cap.
aren't committing any crime.
Well, good.
I don't know
That's
if I
wonderful.
believe
That's wonderful. I would hope not. Yeah, don't incriminate yourself on here. We don't want to incriminate anybody on here. I don't want to.
We just been rolling the elderly in there to get their groceries, all that.
Yeah, we've been doing what's that joint
We was
called?
buying white people watermelons.
I'm sure. Y'all been feeding the homeless and stuff too?
Uh-huh.
Y'all been feeding the homeless and stuff too?
Nah.
To add to the list?
Not me. I ain't got time to feed the homeless right now.
Wait. So you helping the elderly get their groceries, but you ain't
And
got
giving
time
the white
to feed
people
the homeless?
watermelon.
That's good. You're doing them a favor.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I found out they like watermelon.
I hope.
How'd
It
you
was like
find that out?
I gave them the watermelon. They was like, "Thank you."
So, fellas, let's say this world stays like this forever, where you know people can't be in large crowds.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna go fucking crazy. You're gonna see me on the news.
No.
I can't do this shit forever.
What do y'all think about reopening? Like, how did y'all feel when they reopened Georgia?
I wasn't coming out in that trap.
That's what I said. It's a setup. It's a big fat fucking setup. I don't trust it. I'm not going outside.
Hey, if I tell somebody not to walk off a cliff and they do it, I don't feel that bad when they hit the ground.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I said, don't walk off the cliff. I was like, yo, don't go out, Chet. Just let this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, nobody's listening. Like,
I gave you the road. Now, if you want to hang yourself, go ahead.
Nah, I mean, I got people who got, you know, elderly people that live with them. So, like, you don't want to be out here anyway, even if you feel like you're good, because you can, you know, they the ones that being affected by it the most. So, you know what I mean? Right. You don't want to get your loved ones sick and all that stuff. That's all I'm worried about. You know what I mean? So,
right.
You know,
they are the most affected. Yeah, it's being selfish. That's what it really is. But it's people like yesterday, my homegirl said that she was taking pictures all over the place. She said, girl, you ain't gonna believe how packed these nail shops and hair salons are. They are everywhere.
They bit the bullet, huh?
Girl, you said what?
They bit the bullet, huh?
They did. They did. They couldn't wait. Like, it's like they had to get their hair done. I'm like, for who trying to see you? Where you going?
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all naturally beautiful, yo. I don't know what y'all rushing out to get your hair and nails done for. You feel me? If a dude seen you on your bad day, ain't no more to it. He love you, regardless.
I mean,
exactly.
If she got a little boo or something like that and she get her nails done, like, and they trapped in the house, they ain't gonna do nothing but get broke anyway.
Yep, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody could see them, right?
Like, for real though, like, what they gonna do? Either they fighting or doing the nasty. That's all people do in quarantine.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Or playing board games. Like,
we Cognac Boyz. We honest.
Or vibrating to a higher level.
Oh, you are? That's good.
You probably ain't got no quarantine boo up in there. If he was up in there, then it'd be a whole different story.
Now, she could vibrate with a quarantine boo, too.
She'd be
I'm about to say, you can vibrate with a quarantine. Exactly.
She be in there.
So tell me, fellas, what do y'all think about the new comics coming up? You know, during this quarantine for all the new comedians, if it stayed that way.
Quarantine for the new comedians.
Mm-hmm.
Were you talking about where everybody running to Instagram and Facebook and the Zoom doing the comedy shows?
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
To me, I like a real audience. I've been in the comedy game for over like 15 years. I like interacting with my people. I like talking to my people. Like this is a delay with trying to do it on Facebook and Instagram. You know what I mean? I ain't never performed for happy faces and hearts. You know what I mean? So that's kind of different for me. I like to interact with my people. You know what I mean? And I got another interview coming up with Talent. Talent got a new show. It's just comedy. So we'll be interviewing with him just to, you know, this thing blow over though. But like I've been on tour for the last year, so with Major Hype. Y'all familiar with Major Hype?
No, not really. I'm not, at least.
No,
Caribbean King.
He's like Caribbean or something like that.
Caribbean King of Comedy,
Yeah.
A real Caribbean King of Comedy.
If you was in the Bahamas or something like that, they be talking about it, man, on the radio and everything.
He's funny.
He like Eddie Murphy and Coming to America.
Oh, okay.
He like 50 different characters.
Yeah, he 50 different characters. Go follow him on Instagram. Tell him I sent you.
Absolutely.
He entertaining his people like every day. But, you know, I've been on tour with him for the last year. And me and Ron, we've been doing the podcast for like, about 4 years now? We going into our, fourth season.
Mm-hmm.
So question, so for the new comedians that's coming up in this industry right now, what do they have to do in order to make it in comedy?
Get on drugs and get the hell out of my way.
Not on drugs.
I want them out of here.
Oh, damn. So you just want them to fuck themselves up.
I want them to be aborted. Get the fuck out my way.
I think half of the comedy game gonna be when everything heat back up, half of them ain't gonna come out though. This is the only the strong survive type of shit. So like as soon as cause I mean all the comedians right now had shows booked and everything, but after this happened, a lot of people gonna quit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, oh hell no, I'm going to work back at Budweiser. Fuck this. I'm not fucking this no more.
Yeah.
You know
a lot of people trying to be inventive in the house right now, but when that shit really hit the fan, they're going to go right back to their 9-to-5s.
They're going to be a Amazon Prime driver.
Yeah.
This is forcing you.
Hey, Amazon to hire them up the same day.
Right. This is forcing you. It's forcing you to either be creative or it's forcing you to go back to what you were doing. You have a choice.
Lose your damn mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I ain't never stopped putting my pen to my pad. So I always been writing and being creative, you know what I mean? From sketch comedy to stand up, you know what I mean? I've been doing it for a long time. Like my resume speaks for itself. It's all over YouTube. You know what I mean? I've been doing production and all of that, producing and all of that. You know what I mean? Anything from sketch comedy to reality shows. You know what I mean? So I've been out here a while.
Yeah, 15 years, you have to. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's proven.
And let me tell you something about the young comedians too. I started off with a nickname. Nicknames ain't flying. Nowadays, they need a first name, last name. Just to be honest with them. Because I got, you know, I was doing a lot of TV and they ain't like the nicknames like that no more. So it was, I missed 2 TV shows because of that.
Shit, how the game is now, shit. You can build your own TV show.
Yeah, you can.
You cut out the middleman now, so it's like you ain't really gotta do nothing. You ain't gotta get linked nothing with certain people. You can build your own platforms now.
And you do gotta
work hard. Why social media exists and why it's so big.
You got somebody that write, you got somebody that act, and you got somebody with a camera. You can create your own platform.
Yeah. And don't never be afraid to have a team. It take a team out here. I ain't gonna lie to you. We was up to like 4, 5 in the morning, writing skits, podcasting, and what was the other joint? What was we doing? We was writing spoof songs. Remember those old joints like Weird Al Yankovic used to do?
Yeah, we was getting to it last night. We was doing all kind of skits.
Like 5 in the morning, yeah. I mean, I think I drank like 4 energy drinks. That was my problem.
Oh no!
I always be working. I be seeing the Congnac Boyz. I remember when y'all did the NWA, redid the NWA.
Yeah. That was our
brother Cognac.
Eli. God rest his soul.
Eli, he had the dude who filmed that. He passed away in October.
Yeah.
Oh man, from why?
Huh?
Heart attack.
He was sick.
Cardiac arrest or something like that.
Yeah.
Dang, sorry to hear that. That's terrible.
And we had a documentary coming, the Congnac Boyz documentary, and we had 2 movies. Last $2 and Who Done It. I played like 2 characters in there. I was a old school maintenance man, and I was a young character that was running with the homies. I had, you know, if that would have came out, we'd have took it to another level. Cause I think he was doing something with Hulu and like Amazon and all them. Like he was negotiating some big stuff. So you know, it's back to the drawing board now. As far as the independent movie things, huh?
I said it's gonna come back. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. I'll just keep working.
Oh yeah, ain't nothing to do but work out here. Big up to Sonny too. Where my man Sonny at? He a good dude, man. I appreciate him too.
Yeah.
He kept me, huh? Yeah, he kept me working. He kept me working over there at what was that club? Yo, the late night joint.
No
It was like 3 clubs in one.
You talking about the Ivory?
The Ivory. I love that spot. God rest the soul to all them dudes that got killed in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Wait, when did
What
that
happened
happen?
in the parking lot?
The Ivory.
Blue Ivory?
It was a lot of dudes got towed off in there.
Ain't nobody get killed. Who got killed over
It's
there?
closed down now, so rest in peace to the Ivory.
Oh wow.
That shit's still open, ain't it?
I thought the
That's
Ivory
still
was
open.
open.
No, it's not. It's not open right now. It's not
Well,
open.
nothing open right
Oh
now.
well, yeah.
I
I mean,
somebody
some
got
things
shot
are
anyway.
open. You may never
lot
know.
happened.
They open Georgia back up.
They
He
opened
opened-
Georgia back. I want them to open the world back up, not just Georgia.
Yeah.
Man,
Brady, I don't trust it. I don't trust them opening the world back up more than Corona.
Nah.
Do
not
anybody
yet.
understand what the fuck they be saying about the corona? Because this ain't like they saying anything you can counter with it. They got something for it. Like they be like, it's going after elderly people. Then it be like, but if you're not elderly, you can get it too. Like, all right, okay. If you're tall, you can get it. But if you're short, you can still get it. Man, what the fuck? God, I'm like, I'm just messed up. They just want you to stay in the house.
No, basically
yeah.
everybody can get it.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
If your immune system is built up, if your immune system is built up, you can fight it off and it won't affect you. Some people can carry it, you won't know you have it, and you can, you know what I'm saying, you won't even know that you have it. Your body is fighting it and you cool. But then if your immune system is fucked up, you know what I'm saying, those are the people that are dying from it, basically. The old people whose immune system is broken down, they ain't got a fighting chance.
I heard if you smoke, you can die from it quickly.
Yeah,
like
because you're breaking down.
Smoke what?
Well, I don't
Smoke
like
what?
that. Well, that's
What?
what I said. And this article said marijuana, and I was like, that's wrong.
They
Mind
just
your
Yeah,
business.
that's wrong.
smoking.
Say your
We're
name.
all down without that anyway.
We'll go crazy
I feel
without
like
it.
I would have had it if I didn't smoke.
They don't know. The bottom line is nobody knows. That's
Right.
that's what that is. Everybody's guessing every fucking thing. Like,
It's just
I'm
weird
just staying out the way.
that they said the peak is at 600 in 2 days, but it tell you it take 4.
What does that mean? How do they know?
Symptoms.
They
How the fuck
lying.
is 600
The numbers is a
people?
lie.
That's what I'm saying, because that don't even make sense. In 2
No,
days,
it don't.
600 people? Come on, man.
yeah,
I
They
don't
they
understand
said
what a
between-
peak is.
They
They
trying
said
to turn
between
people against
Friday-
each other.
Bro, but they tell you it's a window of 14 days. So you mean that everybody that felt like they want to go out and party in Georgia because it was reopened have gotten it within 2 days?
No,
go.
what that's not what it was saying. You know, a virus is it lasts for 14 days. So within 14 days, it's gonna fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna what it do in 14 days.
Listen to the number 6.
I hate math.
This
Yeah,
is the P. Diddy of virus.
634. Between Friday
Yeah.
when they opened and
Killing everybody.
yesterday, 634 new cases because everybody wanted to carry their ass outside.
All
That-
black people.
But that's from 14 days ago.
No, not all black people.
I was like, this dude.
Nah, but everybody outside though. Like it ain't just black people. We just blame everything on black people.
Everybody outside.
outside.
I was like,
Black vote, this vote, listen.
this pandemic racist.
Everybody racist, man.
That pandemic got a Klan suit on.
Why y'all niggas don't just go in the house?
They don't want us out the house at all.
You know,
Oh,
we
man.
think we immortal to everything. You know, we think we can't die. Shit. You know.
Yeah. We done
You know,
survived roaches.
Hey, we supposed to be like that though.
Yeah.
Real talk. We ain't supposed to listen when people tell us stuff. We've been fucked over too many times. So
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
You better know it.
if
We
you
just
tell me it's
survived
a
the worst
tornado
of it.
outside, I'm like, I don't care. I'm still going to the store.
I'm out here using my melanin against Corona. Wakanda forever.
Yeah.
Did you say Wakanda forever?
Damn right.
What the fuck?
I rebuke you in the name of
The name of what?
Hey, I ain't been to church in a while.
Hey, I ain't been to the grocery store that many times in my life.
Word.
Because you ain't been cooking this much. Ain't nobody cooked every day.
Yeah, that's a good thing though. That get y'all women back in there, you know what I mean?
Hey man, fuck that. Okay.
Nah.
Nope. Nobody. I don't mind cooking.
They're like Ice Cube.
I know, right?
What about y'all? Do y'all know how to cook? Because you know, us women like a man that can cook too.
What you cooking?
Yeah, what you cooking?
That's not what I asked. I asked y'all a question. I'm not asking you a question for you to ask me a question back.
Hey.
We was mesmerized by your beauty.
Yeah.
I cook all type of things. But
Yeah.
that's a question.
What's your specialty, yeah?
I'm speaking for the women. We like men who cook too. Do y'all know how to cook? Can y'all throw it in the kitchen? I ain't talking about burnt stuff.
I'm a vegetarian, so I cook all my food.
Oh, that sucks. Next. How about you?
Well, you see me, I eat a little bit of everything. You understand?
Hey, I can make some shit that you would like.
What? Some salad?
It ain't bad. It ain't bad. I eat more than salad.
I make something you like, salad.
We got a lot of good vegan meals though. They do got a lot of good vegan meals.
What's your favorite meal though? What's your favorite meal?
I love Beyonce.
Mango. He was talking to you, Mango.
What's my favorite meal like in the whole world?
Yeah. Damn,
if
you
love
got a
food,
dude to
so
cook for
crazy.
you. Huh?
I just like, I guess if a dude cook for me.
You look like you like a lot of Rice Krispie treats.
Oh shit.
Did you just call what the fuck is that?
The good guy. She was like, I just like
the munchies.
Yeah, she always got the munchies.
No, I like steak. Is that?
Yeah, where?
I would ask to make me steak and like lobster.
What's that restaurant they just
hanging with 2 Chainz?
Roof Chris. You like Roof Chris?
I love that place. Holy shit. This is fucking good. Oh, I could go there right now, but I'd be part of the problem. So I'm not going.
Hey, you can go and get it to go.
Right. Yeah, everything to go now.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big seafood lover, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a lesbian. I'm a lesbian-tarian. Ain't that how you say it?
A lesbian-tarian?
Yeah.
Pescatarian.
Oh, a pescatarian.
I'm trying to figure out the hell you talking about.
Those are lesbian-tarians.
Lesbian-tarian.
Only eat lesbians?
I think
I fucked that word up.
Like girls. So that's his type of buffet.
I've been hearing that word wrong for so long.
Yeah, it's a pescatarian. Yeah, what the hell are you talking about?
I won't use that word again.
Is it pescatarian or frescatarian?
I thought it was pescatarian.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna just keep being a lesbian.
So you only eat lesbian
seafood. I eat a lot of seafood.
Oh,
seafood is the best.
Gotcha.
I know, right?
All women like.
Do they?
Go get me some crab legs.
I like cracking them open.
Oh,
go get me
Lord.
some crab legs.
Well, except me, because I'm allergic.
You don't like crab legs? God damn it.
Yeah, I'm allergic to
harder than I thought.
Are you
like your
sad?
salad?
I am.
She like your ideas about the salad.
Oh, I can
Are you sad you can't eat shrimp? Because the shrimp gonna kill you. You gonna get killed.
Yeah, you don't want to die for no zero.
Me not eating seafood kind of depresses me. I was like 13. I had iodine poisoning, so no seafood for me.
Damn.
So soul food is my favorite. Hot wings every day. You can hot lemon pepper sprinkle me every day, and I'm
say that shit 3 times. That's
hot lemon pepper sprinkle.
It look like you eating the wings.
Sprinkle me, man.
I
I need everybody Instagram too, so I can support
Right
y'all.
now,
Follow
I
y'all.
was just about to say, where can we follow you? How can we find you? And your friend, what was his name again?
Your
That's Ron
brother.
Don, and I'm Fredo Davis.
Yes, what is it? The Cognac Boyz.
Yeah, we drink the finest of the finest yaks every episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them brown too because they stay down. Because you know if it's white, it ain't right.
I heard that. All right, she stuck her tongue out when she said she liked that brown.
So where can we find y'all social media platform?
Congnac Boyz podcast, everything. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify. Like we drop the podcast because we do audio and video, so it come out like 2 to 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And if you see our podcast, we went mainstream, so we got the situation where we up there with Nick Cannon, Conan O'Brien, Breakfast Club, $1 Million Worth of Game, all of them talking that good stuff. So we up there, so you can look for us and find us. Cognac Boyz is easy. I'm Fredo Davis on comedian Fredo Davis on Instagram.
I'm Ron and Don 71 on Instagram and Ron Manley on Facebook.
And I'm comedian Fredo Davis on Facebook too.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, bro.
You funny. Oh.
That's what it's about.
I've been knowing Ron and Don since I was in middle school.
Yeah, he talked highly about you. Remember, I think I was talking, you said you wanted to be on the podcast on his page, and then I chimed in and was like, well, I hope you're ready. You know what I mean? And then
I was like, I'm ready because I've been watching.
Yeah, that's good energy, though. We've been doing a lot of podcasts with a lot of different people, like the new one on YouTube, so go check that out. We talk about a lot of crazy topics and all of that. And what's the other one? The joints with Boho Ratchet.
Yeah, we had a little standoff with these
females that
these two wildebeests.
Okay.
I'm joking. But yeah, we kind of was scrapping on there, you know what I'm saying?
Go check that. We were verbal jabbing. But check the trailer.
Okay.
I'm sure. Can I ask y'all one of the questions we asked them?
Yes, sure.
It was crazy. I just want to see if you can answer. Just take a few seconds to think about it, right? Because it was a lot of stuff that led up to the question that I asked them when they was on there, and it kind of like everything was left. But I'm gonna ask y'all. I was like, why do black women hate black men so much?
I love my black men.
I absolutely adore you all.
Thank you.
It's that from a standpoint of women as a whole. Like just like
that's how
like what do I think? Cause I'm Middle Eastern, so like is it like what I? Cause I don't know, but I've seen this argument before.
You never dated a black man?
No.
What you doing after this?
My stupid ass is like, we're in quarantine.
To learn today.
You're gonna learn today.
So, hey, you know Middle East used to be Africa, right, baby? Y'all Africa, baby.
But I never felt so bad about asking the question like that because they snap. If I showed you the uncut version, or you can go listen on the Apple podcast, you heard like they went crazy. They was like, "That's the dumbest question I've ever heard in the world."
But it was from a buildup of what they were saying from what we were saying.
Yeah,
like they were saying something about like when the dude leave them, they want the dude to be ready to commit suicide. We was like,
go crazy about her love.
Yeah, about their moo-moo. They was talking about their coochie.
They want dudes to go crazy after them.
Dude go crazy off the. I said I have never been ready to jump off nothing over no box. Like
no,
I ain't gonna slit my wrist.
I love myself too much.
I ain't gonna kill myself. I ain't gonna stalk you.
Well, we
good women though.
We here at Pretty Real, we support our black men. We love our black men. We feel like there's not really a lot of platforms that have black men's back and motivate and push and be positive and inspire. And I feel like that's what's missing. So it just depends on who you're talking to at that time, at that woman, because you got 4 women right here, right now, who we not on that level. Like it just depends on the mentality, because there's a lot of broken people out here, men and women. So it just all depends on that person.
That was a great answer for it. I'm glad. I'm glad you took time to answer that for us, so we didn't feel crazy out here. Because for a minute I was like, "What the hell happened?" It was like hell broke loose. Even the cameraman was like, "Why'd you ask that question?"
No,
He knew that was gonna.
No, it's a very relevant question because women make that shit known nowadays.
Like, she pulled a gun on me. I'm joking.
What?
Hey, look,
but you gotta understand too, you know, especially during this time that we're living in, you know, we already have to protect our black men from stepping outside of the house, let alone now you're trying to say, damn, we don't got our black men back neither, you know. So
they gonna fight your ass.
It just depends.
They gonna fight you when they see you.
Oh, that's fine. I can have my own. What's up?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I can have my own. I ain't scared.
Now let me say this. Now let me say this to y'all. I understand where the question came from because I have seen different. Not gonna say that I don't understand where some answers may come from. So I'm not gonna say I don't understand, but at the end of the there is nothing better in this world than a black man. So
thank you,
no matter what there is nothing.
There's nothing better than a black woman either.
There's nothing more spiritual than a black
man. Thank you.
Yeah.
No matter what your quarrels with a black man are, because everybody has their faults. And yes, we can point out whatever we want. So I know what they may say, but at the end of the day, it should all boil down to you should have their back just like you should have ours. And that's it.
I agree. And, you know, the thing about it, at the Congnac Boyz podcast, we talk and we build with other brothers. You know what I mean? Because some brothers are torn down, and we had a couple of brothers on the podcast that was abused by women because they were so much in you should never do this and never do that to a woman. But when you start coming around and your eye black to us, it's kind of funny at first, but then after a while, it's like, yo, that shit gonna keep happening to him. You know, and it shouldn't be like that. You know what I mean? That means that man torn down and his spirit probably broken as a man by now.
Because women don't know how to be submissive anymore. You know,
but that conversation can go on for so long in so many different ways. So that could be a conversation. That's a whole conversation in itself for a whole nother, you know, time. You know,
that's a whole nother entire thing.
I just want to let you know what the Congnac Boyz podcast be about.
You
know what I'm saying? That's how we go on the Congnac Boyz podcast. We get deep.
I'm waiting for my invite.
Huh?
I'm waiting for my invite.
Come on.
Yeah, we got you.
You know, look, I'm gonna pull up to your door. Like, look here, let's go.
I'll be waiting.
Huh? Yeah.
Or we can Zoom it. We can do it next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All y'all ladies can come on our podcast because
we can make it a, you know what I'm saying, like whenever thing, man. Like
before this quarantine hit, we had a little studio.
Shows, so like we do this like
all the time.
Especially with the audio. We always doing the audio all the time. So
absolutely, we would love to.
Thank you for coming on Pretty Real, blessing us with y'all great energy and
thank you.
Stopping.
I want to tell everybody who tuned in too, make sure y'all go check out my new comedy album, Drunk Genius 2. by comedian Fredo Davis is on all platforms. If you put in Drunk Genius 2, comedian Fredo Davis, it should pop up everywhere. I'm even on TikTok, but I think TikTok cut the jokes in half.
Man, that's the new way.
You know what I mean?
TikTok, so, follow us at Pretty Real as well. Pretty Real Podcast.
Pretty Real.
And you can follow us on the follow. We're actually following each other too, so you can follow us on that page.
I appreciate y'all, yo. I really do. Thank y'all. Thanks, Sonny. You know what I mean, for making this happen. And I appreciate y'all being some great women with great heads on y'all shoulders. You know what I'm talking about?
For sure, representing.
Most definitely.
Y'all be safe out here.
I will not.
Oh.
You know they're a rebel girl.
In the house.
Forever.
Hey, I'm gonna act like
I'm gonna be out here too, but I'm feeding the homeless, so I don't know about y'all.
Yeah, call me when you finish.
Hey, you need a hazmat suit? I got them for $49.95.
Hey, Ron selling hazmat suits too.
Yeah,
and he deliver.
I only got one size though.
Bye.
He got boy foot hazmat suits.
We need men that know how to cook.
Oh, I can cook.
And you like oodles and noodles?
You cook vegetables, fine. We don't want oodles and noodles. We want the whole 6-course meal.
Cook me some lamb chops so we can talk, goddammit.